this is an interesting thing for me. The whole idea for this documentary kind of came about a few months ago. Me and my brother got to talking about football documentaries and vlogs and things like that. And he was like, you should try to do something like that. A football vlog is not something that's very common. And I didn't think about it a lot at the moment, but as the weeks went on, I got to thinking that this was a really interesting time for me to be able to pull off something like this. I have a background in videography and design and things like that, and to be able to combine that with the love of football. This is the first time I've ever been on staff of a varsity football team. I'm getting to coach quarterbacks on this year's Crescent City Raiders varsity football team, and it's actually the 10-year anniversary of the 07 10-0 undefeated team, which I was the quarterback of. And so that's a few reasons that I thought that it would be cool to be able to document this. But also, if you've ever lived in Crescent City or if you grew up here, you know what a tight-knit community this is. And I think this is an interesting thing for people to watch and get to experience, whether you've ever been to a football game at Crescent City High School or whether you haven't. I think it's important to be able to see what goes on in your community. And I think everybody is going to be able to relate to this a little bit, because you're going to see familiar faces, you're going to kind of see the way we run things, maybe see a different side of some of us that you've never seen before. Even if you've known us forever, maybe you don't know some of our likes and interests or the way that we act on the football field. So I think this is going to be a really interesting piece. I'm going to film our entire season front to back. Episodes will come out every Saturday from now until we either get ejected from the playoffs or we win a state championship. And I hope that it's that we win a state championship and not get ejected from the playoffs. And I think we have a very talented team. You're going to hear us talk a lot about that over the next several weeks. And so I hope you enjoy this documentary series as much as I'm going to enjoy making it. So welcome to episode 1 of Raider Nation.
We have 4 people that didn't miss at all. Those 4 people will represent us as captains. All right, those 4 people are Jerome, DJ, Strong, Bryce, little BJ, and Nike. All right, you 4 are gonna represent us as captains this year. All right, great job of making it. Great job of being committed to what we were doing. Yeah, for sure. Great job. Hey, this was a tough man. Our first full day of camp about to get started. It's breakfast time. Let's get after it.
Rise and shine, fellas. It's breakfast time.
We heard B was up till like 3 in the morning. What was you doing?
I got a full 8 hours.
You got a full 8 hours.
This being your first year as a head coach, what is it like to be able to coach with a bunch of guys that you played with and went to high school with?
It's an awesome experience. Like you said, I've known these guys for 35 years, and it's just an awesome experience to be able to work with them and to allow them to coach and have fun and bring back some of that passion and energy that we had growing up for football. You know, back when the stadium was always packed and and it was just football was huge. You know what I mean? So we want to bring that back, absolutely.
I said this to Coach Ross, this is the 10-year anniversary of our 10-0 team, which you were on the coaching staff, but this is your first year being a head coach. Do you see any parallels between the two teams with experience and having a group of experienced guys coming back? Like, do you see any parallels, and what do you think the potential is for the current team?
Absolutely. There's a bunch of parallels. Like you said, that team had a bunch of veteran leaders, but a bunch of very talented underclassmen who stepped in and played huge roles. So it's absolutely a lot like this team. You know, you got a 10th grade quarterback, and that 10-0 team had a guy starting as a 10th grader. And so it definitely, both very talented. Both bring a ton of energy. I mean, it's an awesome experience, and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Seeing these kids right now running around, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The camaraderie, man. They like being around each other, and that's special. I love it.
We're gonna hop into special teams, defense, and try to get rolling. We play a game now in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 practice days. We got 7 practice days to play our first scrimmage. We play a controlled scrimmage next Saturday, but that's 7 practice days from now. So it's the least amount of time we've ever had to be prepared for a game. So 7 practice days. We got a lot to install. We got a lot of young kids who need to learn their stuff. We got a lot of new kids, and but it's going to be a good camp. It's going to be a good few days, and we'll hop into it and be ready to go and beat Deltona Trinity next Saturday. What do you think is our potential for this season? Overall?
I feel like that we have a lot of potential. We have like a lot of talent on our team to come in and back us up. And I just feel like that. I feel that we really can make it a state if we just stay focused and put our mind to it and everything. I really feel like we can make it a state.
What's it like, to this last one, what's it like to be able to coach with a group of guys that you played with in high school, now being under a new regime and having Coach Williams as a head coach?
I am super excited about being able to coach. You know, Coach Travis Delaney and myself has been coaching together since 1997, and me and Coach Delaney, Coach Travis and Coach Pooh has been coaching together since around 2004. With the addition of Coach Sean Delaney and Coach Stacy Cook, Coach Wes, Wesley Thompson, all of us have somewhere along the line, and Coach Bernard, somewhere along the line, all of us have played together. Somewhere along, we might have graduated, but everybody's played together. And then with the addition of Stephen Baker, who played on that undefeated team, he's coaching quarterbacks. He just brings a dynamic of guys who are from our community, from South Putnam, from our high school, and all played at high school. It means a lot. I don't think you can probably find another high school in the United States where that's happened.
What do you think our potential is, and what are some things like you expect to be able to do over the course of this season, like team-wise?
Team-wise, I feel like as talent we're good. We're stat deep. I feel like we can bring back the 10-0 season, maybe even go to state.
What do you hope to accomplish over the next 2 days at camp?
Just getting better, just learning plays down, just becoming a better captain, you know, just basically becoming a better leader.
What's a game on the schedule you really look forward to playing this year?
University of Christian. Cause they was 2A state champions last year, and I'm trying to, we shot them well. They really gonna be looking at us.
Day's pretty much done. We're about to head into team event. I think Coach Ross has got an obstacle course set up. So let's hop into this. This is gonna be really fun. Check this out.
Oh, is that one of them little microphone things? Like
Somebody's last name.
David, hurry up!
you supposed to have
All right, y'all listen up. Hey, we're gonna do some competition. We're gonna do some schoolyard picks. Josh I'm not gonna tell y'all yet.
We're finna do some schoolyard
football. 20. Josh is gonna be a captain, and Jack is gonna be a captain. All right, now let's go ahead.
26. Flip a coin.
Number 3, 1, and 5.
3. Oh man.
Dang, Henry. Boom gang. All right, now listen to me. You're either going to get the first pick,
Henry did it.
the first pick, or the next 2 picks, because we're going to go the number 1 pick and then 2 picks, 2 picks, 2 picks, 2 picks. So you either get the number 1 pick or you get the next 2 picks. Pick, let's go quick.
BJ.
BJ over here, man.
way to go.
First round, man. Well, you a great Under and that key. Under and that key.
That's the hell key. That's why.
That dirty thing.
Nico. You smart. Yeah, smart.
Hey, shout out, man. I know it. Number one pick for a drive here for a reason. Number one drive here for a reason.
Day 3, workout day. This ain't fun.
Come on, Costin.
Sweaty, a little dirty.
Yeah. Had to do more pushes than I needed to because I don't know how to do a push-up apparently. That's sad. So now I'm dirty.
It's okay, you're about to go to the Springs. How you feel on day 3, B?
I'm feeling good. I'm just tired right now because they putting that work on us right now.
Backside of the play. Ball go yeah, bro. Oh yeah,
Hey, good know.
All right, camp is officially over. I think we accomplished exactly what we wanted to accomplish, which was to do a team building thing. It wasn't so much about X's and O's as much as it was bringing us together, and I think it was very important because, as you heard us talk about with Coach Ross, this is the shortest amount of time that we'd ever had to prepare for a game. I mean, we literally, from the time fall camp started to now, we've literally had 10 practice days in order to get ready for our first scrimmage, and so we play next Saturday. So next week's episode will be about game week number 1, and so I think we accomplished exactly what we wanted to accomplish, and this was a great start to our season. Fall camp started off a blast, and we'd also like to thank everybody out at the We Like to Fish Hatchery for hosting us. It was such a great venue. It was such a great opportunity for us to be able to kind of stay local and let people locally see us and what we're doing and where we're trying to head this season. And they were such great hosts, and we would like to thank them and thank everybody involved who helped pull off summer camp for the last 3 days. And so we hope that this is a big stepping stone into what is happening next week. So thanks for tuning into week 1. I'll see you next Saturday for game week against Deltona Trinity.